PK in the universe, and welcome to the Full Screen Challenge, the series where I basically get rid of old full screen DVDs. In the late 90s and early 2000s, I bought several full screen DVDs. And the reason was because I had a standard definition television. So in this series, basically what happens is I show you guys some full screen DVDs I have, and then I basically show you the widescreen ones that I finally bought to replace them. I have tons of DVDs in binders, and I've went through them and looked at and seen, oh my gosh, I have these full screen DVDs that I don't need and I would rather have the widescreen ones. So it's kind of like a DVD kind of pickups video. In fact, I'm going to throw some other DVDs in there for this video just to, show off some more of what I've gotten recently. First up, here are the DVDs I have that are in full screen that I got widescreen ones for recently. So here we go. First up, we got You, Me, and Dupree, and it's a sealed one at that. You, Me, and Dupree is kind of weird because of all the Lance Armstrong references nowadays. So it hasn't aged well, but it's a great story and premise, and I thought Owen Wilson did a great job in that movie, honestly. But anyways, up next we got Italian Job 2003. This is another one I got at the thrift store. I can't remember, did I mention I got You, Me, and Dupree at the thrift store? Yeah, I did. But anyways, yeah, Italian Job. I always liked this movie. I thought it was a pretty good, cast, good little heist movie. I never saw the original, but, the remake is pretty good. Up next, we got The Black Dahlia. Oh, man, I just love movies that take place during this particular era, I'm a big fan of LA noir, so, a movie like this I really gravitate to. Got a great cast with Aaron Eckhart and Josh Hartnett, and who else is in this one again? Hilary Swank, Scarlett Johansson, she's in this as well. Yeah, it's a good movie. I really liked it. Up next is a movie that's truly one of my guilty pleasures, and I talked about it actually in the last video, and that is Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Yes, it's often thought of as the black sheep of the Fast and the Furious movies, and it's kind of weird how it flows in the timeline, but I really like this movie. When I first saw it, I didn't like it because of being such a, American-style car guy, but it's really grown on me over the years, and it's become kind of a guilty pleasure movie of mine. And I still need to see Fast 9. I haven't seen it yet. Had mixed reviews, but, this Fast and the Furious movie, it's just a fun ride, check your brain at the door kind of stuff, so yeah, so I got Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift in widescreen. Up next, we got a couple trilogies here. The Indiana Jones DVD trilogy in widescreen. Yes, I am so ashamed that I did not have these in widescreen. I had both of them in full screen. I also had Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls in widescreen, but a loose disc. I really wish I didn't even have that movie. It just so freaking bad, and I know that's the popular opinion, but I felt the same way too. I just felt like something was really freaking off here. I just didn't feel like Indiana Jones. It felt like, it was a little too sci-fi. But anyways, yeah, the Indiana Jones trilogy. How can you go wrong with the Indiana Jones trilogy? It's fantastic. Up next are some DVDs I got from my good friend Super Nintendo. I got the Matrix trilogy. Yes, I got the Matrix trilogy in widescreen. I actually had Reloaded and Revolution in full screen. I think I might have had the original Matrix in widescreen, but I didn't have them, they were all loose. I didn't have them boxed, so yeah, so I got these. That's awesome. Thanks again, Nick. Also, I got from Nick the 40-Year-Old Virgin in widescreen. I didn't even know why I have the full screen version of that, but yeah. Oh, this is also a Blockbuster version of it. I love finding Blockbuster versions, honestly. It's just so nostalgic, and family video ones as well are also great to find. And here are some movies I got that weren't part of the full screen challenge, but it's cool that I got them, and I just wanted to show them off anyways. I got this one from Nick as well, and it's Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. I've never seen this. I've heard interesting things about it. I heard there's a lot of green screen going on. It's like one of those early green screen movies. In fact, I think Nick told me about that, yeah. So up next I got, with Peter O'Toole and Katharine Hepburn, The Lion in Winter. I can honestly say I've never seen this movie. It's about King Henry II, I think, and this one in particular, interestingly enough, comes from a little place called Games World. This was a thrift store find. Apparently it's an Oscar winner for Best Actress, it says on the front. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about this, but I love old-time movies, so I was like, you know what? I'll gamble on that one. Yeah, I picked it up for like $3 at the thrift store. This is one I had the widescreen DVD, but I didn't have the Blu-ray, and that's The Princess Bride. You can't go wrong getting The Princess Bride. It's a fantastic movie, honestly. If you've never seen The Princess Bride, I highly recommend it. It's very funny and charming, and if you love swashbuckling adventures, you have to see this movie. Up next is one of those movies I kind of heard about, sort of. I don't really know a lot about it, and that's Dreamscape. I guess this premise is, it's with Dennis Quaid, and the premise is that they have to go inside the president's nightmares or something, and I was like, that sounds really interesting. I gotta pick that up. And the final 2 DVDs I got are full-screen DVDs, and they're full-screen DVDs because they were made in the 40s. And the first one I got is The Thief of Baghdad. This movie is fantastic. If you grew up really liking the Aladdin movies when you were a kid, you will like The Thief of Baghdad. It has a lot of similarities. It's not the same movie by any means, but there's a lot of similarities, and it's definitely one of those epic fantasy Arabian adventures. And it stars this guy named Sabu. He was an Indian actor who moved to America and became an American citizen. And there's a lot of British actors too. Sabu had been in a lot of British and U.S. movies, actually, in the 40s, and later on, too. Also, he was in The Jungle Book. That was, like, one of his also claims to fame. He's also in this movie that I just got, and it's a sealed copy, and that is Arabian Nights. I've been on a real Arabian kick, or whatever. This is from 42, and Thief of Baghdad's from 1940, so... yeah, I've been on this real, like, old-school Arabian movie kick. I haven't watched this one yet, but Sabu's in it as well, which is also why I got it. And it's a sealed copy. Interestingly enough, it says, for sale in Canada only, security device enclosed. So that's pretty cool. So anyways, those are the DVDs I picked up. Now I'll be able to get rid of a lot of old full-screen DVDs that had a widescreen release, but I also intentionally added some full-screen movies, so that's pretty awesome. Anyways, what are your thoughts? Have you guys started your full-screen DVD challenge? If you do have any full-screen DVDs in your collection, what do you think of the movies I got? Comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay awesome in this universe. Thanks. Bye.